so much fucking winning. Jesus Christ. To resurrect a hashtag from 2014 before he had AIDS. Maybe he had AIDS, but he wasn't talking about it at the time.
I went a little long on that intro. I played a couple extra bars for you.
Yeah. GarageBand has rejected feedback, so we need to start this all over again.
I don't hear any feedback.
Hang on. I kind of want to pause. Okay. We're good.
It sounded fine.
Yeah, we're good. No worries. We'll fix it in post.
Yeah, sure.
This is like episode 1 all over again. Everything's in post.
Oh boy. Oh.
So how are you?
It is so good to be back.
You've had a fucking time. If my time in New Orleans is anything to gauge your time on, you've had a time.
It was a time. Yeah, I've never been to New Orleans. Went with a couple friends.
And now you have AIDS.
And yeah, I have AIDS.
You are the new birthplace. You're the new patient 0 of AIDS.
Yeah.
You're patient 1.
It's
AIDS patient 1.
I did have a dick flopping on my head.
Haven't we all? I mean, I've been to New Orleans. I said this.
Yes, it was.
And how's that different than any day here?
Well,
come on.
It was.
Be real.
It was more expensive.
Well, yeah. I mean, you got to come to your Razzle Bunny. You know what I'm saying? Do you see the tweets that I put out when you're not
I see
around?
them all. Yeah, I see them all.
When you're not around, and I put that I miss my my Dazzle Bunny.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
No,
sure.
I get no.
Can you hear that?
I mean, I know what it is.
That's the Razzle. That's the Razzle drink.
It's the
Razzle tail.
The Razzle nectar.
Yeah.
Oh, are we doing ASMR again?
Not yet. We're not doing ASMR.
Okay. I just have my energy drink.
Yeah, well,
I had enough alcohol this weekend. Oh boy.
Yeah, dude, yeah, I imagine. Again, I've been there. I know.
I don't think I've drank that much
without me.
Yeah, definitely without you.
Yeah.
In 10 plus years. It was a lot.
Yeah, man. I've been to New Orleans.
It was a mixture of the drinks aren't as strong.
No.
As they would have been.
But they are abundant. Especially since we went to the casino. I have never been to the casino. What flavor, what brand of casino?
Harris.
Okay.
It was right across the street from the hotel.
Yeah. Along with Mother's.
Mother's.
Shout out, #Ferdy.
Oh my god. Now I didn't have a Ferdy because it's got ham on it. I don't eat ham.
Oh, put it in me.
It looked good. I saw one. It looked great.
Dude, the Ferdies are amazing. It's all the meats.
But it has ham, and
which is one of the meats.
And they're known for the ham. So I kind of feel like if I ordered it without ham, they'd probably slip me. Yeah. But I'd
cane you.
I had a combination platter. It had jambalaya and rice and beans.
I mean, you know me well. You know I do not do slimy sea creatures.
No.
Not at all.
Nope.
I would order their shrimp po' boy. I would order it over some other real meat-based sandwich.
Yeah.
Because I love their shrimp po' boy. Mrs. Razzle had the shrimp po' boy and she couldn't finish it when we were there. And I finished it, and oh my god!
Yeah, the shrimp was great. Part of the combination was shrimp and rice and stuff.
Mother's New Orleans. Did you end up going to Ruby Slipper?
No. God, no.
Damn it!
I will share 2 stories from this occasion. So like I said, I as opposed to when I was younger, I'm not a huge drinker now. You know, I drink every now and then. I think more so it's less about the frequency and more about the quantity.
I think it's more about the quality of
the quality of the booze.
Well, not just the quality of the booze, but I think it's the quality of the atmosphere, quality of the accompaniment.
If I'm feeling it, I'll hit it hard. But generally speaking, I don't.
You don't have to anymore.
Right.
You don't have to.
0 to prove.
Yeah, you're not on a mission anymore. Mission accomplished.
Yeah,
not like Bush mission accomplished. We mission actually accomplished.
Yes, there was.
I've been there.
Maybe in my youth, I would try to impress people with my drinking, but I mean,
Well, you wouldn't try, buddy. There was no try. There wasn't at the party. Oh, fuck. There was.
Well, mark it down.
That's the first time I've done that. 5:57. There was Dazzle wasn't at the party, or Jesus Christ, that guy is a alcoholic dynamo.
Yeah. Well, I'll never forget the time we went to not to go off on a side story, but when we went to Indiana, and we went with a coworker.
That coworker. Oh,
Yeah.
that time we went to Indiana.
And I was drinking with him.
Had to be ferried home 8 hours in to the first day.
He was so drunk he couldn't even see straight, and He
was fighting about who was the best fisherman.
Yeah,
it's such an odd thing to be Southside proud of.
Yeah, they call me the Winkleman.
You don't understand. I could outfish you any day. You don't get it.
How do you even gauge who's a better fit? Like how many fish you catch?
I think
in a given amount of time.
Yeah, I think I've nailed that.
What if?
I think they've nailed down how to gauge who's a better fisherman. Probably thousands of years ago.
No, but what's more impressive, catching 23-pound fish in 10 minutes, or one 35-pound behemoth? What would you gauge? How would you gauge that? I
think overall weight is the gauge.
Man in the sea, get that 40-pound fish. I don't care if you're catching 5-pound crappies or
crappie. Crappie is the word.
Do you have 6 dozen crappie? My grandson, he says he loves the crappie. You fry him up with the Crisco real nice and smooth.
Crisco?
Yeah,
that's how you know you're in the South.
You put 4 tablespoons of Crisco into the pan, and then you throw the crappie in there. They get real chewy. You just swallow them whole.
Oh.
It's like swallowing one of those gigantic gummy worms you get off the Amazon.
Oh, my God, I love gummy worms.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't? This is America. Doesn't love gummy worms. All right, reeling back to 4 topics.
To finish that story
about you having nothing to prove.
And he was so blackout drunk, and I was fine. I was passing the football. I was drinking a mimosa. He's like,
dude, it was like 2 in the afternoon. I just got there.
Yeah.
Like I had just shown up with his significant other at the time and my significant other at the time, and it was like we got met in the driveway. Like, dude, this. There's a problem.
You gotta take him home.
This guy's gotta go.
Yeah.
And then his significant other, who literally drove the 2 hours with us there, put him in her car and turned right the fuck around.
Yeah.
And then it was a great weekend. I had a great time.
After that moment, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't there before that, so I didn't have any.
See, before that, it was me babysitting him for 24 hours.
What I will say is, amongst our group of friends and what I would call family, we don't babysit.
No, we don't. Well, we don't need.
There's a little bit of like heavy advice giving. Sorry, my headset just said recharge. But there's no babysitting.
No, well, yeah. I mean, it's. We've done it so many times at this point. It's like,
well, especially between us, yeah.
And I would say that in terms of the Razzle Dazzle, more so.
We've never babysat
each
other. We've had joint ventures where we've babysat other people.
Exactly.
But neither of us has babysat the other ever.
I think I've seen you really. Like really, really bad once.
Was that when I was puking off the
yes.
off the porch?
Off the porch.
I want to go home.
I want to go home. I want to go home. Yep, that was.
Yeah. Been there.
That was the worst I think I ever saw.
But it didn't fall.
But I didn't take care of you. I was like, you have a nice trip home.
Not that you weren't capable or willing.
Sure.
But that wasn't your responsibility.
Hey, I was on that porch.
I know. We were all on that porch at one point in our lives. Believe me.
Yeah, I've been on that porch, that lawn.
Dude, oh man, that whole property is tainted.
Yes. So to reel it back in,
if anybody who doesn't know us is listening to this, they're gonna have no fucking. They're just gonna tune out.
Yeah, they're not gonna.
This isn't Joe Rogan.
Hey, I just saw I saw the Derren Brown Joe Rogan yesterday.
I didn't want. I haven't listened to it yet.
Fantastic. It was really good,
I haven't
actually.
listened to it yet.
Not.
We're both huge Derren Brown fans,
Yeah.
but it all stems from Dazzle. Dazzle was the original Derren Brown fan, got me hooked, and oh my god, there's no turning back.
Yeah. Did you see Sacrifice?
You're goddamn right, I did.
I saw it on the. I saved it for the plane.
Okay, you saved it on your
So yeah, on my my
whatever your
device, Dazzle pad.
The Dazzle pad. Yeah.
It was great. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah. No, it's fantastic. Okay. It was really good, but it was very, very predictable. Like, you knew it was going to happen.
But that's because this is for a new audience.
Yeah, okay, but
we already know.
But if it had failed, it wouldn't have been a Netflix special.
Yes, it would have. No. Well, first of all, Derren Brown doesn't fail.
He does, but usually he hedges his bets.
But
he failed at roulette.
Yeah, he did fail at roulette.
He failed at roulette. He failed at the push a couple of times. The main one that they focused on the whole time, he failed.
Yes. Spoiler alert. Yeah, but the other thing about it is that if it had failed, we wouldn't have known about it.
Exactly.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
We don't know
just the fact that it was on Netflix means you and I, Derren Brown fans, knew that it was going to be a success.
In some way, shape, or form.
I actually at the end, I kind of expected it to be a failure, and then him to be like, but we ran this experiment with 5 other people, and they all did it.
Well, I
have a terrible Derren Brown. I do a decent Englishman, but apparently a terrible Derren Brown. That's the first time I've ever tried, and I'm never going to do it again.
I think in this situation, I don't even think he succeeded as much as he wanted to succeed.
Well, the guy, he didn't jump off the
no.
water.
I'm saying at the end.
Well, what could he have done differently?
Well,
what could the guy, Sean? I don't remember his name.
I think it was Sean.
White Florida guy.
Spoiler alert.
What could White Florida guy have done differently?
Here's for those. I'm going to spoil it. I don't care. So.
If there's anything we want you to take home from this experience, it's that we don't care.
Yeah. He does jump out of the car, and he does get.
He does the head.
He does
the head pounding thing.
Yes, he does all of the things that you expect him to do from the conditioning that he was in, but he didn't really make a choice to take a bullet for someone. He was standing in between.
So I kind of thought that too. You're of the interpretation that he didn't think, because he was in the way, he didn't think that the person was going to pull the trigger.
He was under the assumption that if I stand here between the two of you, and they didn't give him enough time to pull the gun out, he just pulled it out and shot. He didn't pull the gun out and say, "Get out of the way, or I'm going to blow your brains out."
He had the gun out for a while.
Well, he had the gun out, but it wasn't an immediate threat. It wasn't pointed.
He could have walked up to him and been like,
"Yeah." As soon as a gun's pointed, okay, now this is way more serious than it was when you had it at your side. And any normal person at that point, I don't care how much conditioning you're under, you're gonna go, okay.
Derren Brown is the devil. And he can do whatever.
He is.
So.
I mean, actually,
I don't care how much conditioning I'm under. If he tells me to put balls to tonsils, that shit's gonna happen.
That's true.
That's just a Wednesday.
He did condition him enough. The victory was him getting out of the car.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Right.
Agreed.
It would have been a complete failure if he didn't get out.
There
of the car.
There was an interview, and I don't remember the name of the website, but there was an interview like after the sacrifice or whatever, where they interviewed the guy, and it was like a 2-minute interview, which is weird, but he was basically like, yeah, I'm not such an asshole now, and I understand why I was an asshole, and I understand what made me an asshole, and I'm not as big of an asshole.
Yeah.
And I'm in contact with Derren, and apparently there's this like small group of people that Derren has fucked with in a good way. That are all like in regular contact, and he's like now part of that. He's talked to the people that have been at like Hero at 30,000 feet, and
Apocalypse,
all that.
Yeah, Yeah, he actually goes over that in the podcast with Rogan. So you should watch it.
Cool.
Yeah, he actually goes into a lot of the after effects with the people and stuff.
Yeah, I imagine it's
You know.
traumatic.
Well, I wouldn't. Well, yeah, traumatic, I guess, in a sense. But
It has lots of gravitas.
I mean, do you know how long it took him to film that special?
a year.
It was about a
I would
year.
guess a year.
10 months, I think he said.
Yeah, I would guess.
You know, Sean only thought it was a couple months, but the production outside of that, I mean, that's a huge gamble. And honestly, do you think he only had one person?
Well, that's very un-Derren Brown.
I'm just saying, like,
Derren Brown never has just one person.
right.
Never. But in this case,
I think
I don't know.
I think because it was somewhat successful, air quotes.
Maybe this was the first person, and it was successful.
Right.
So they called off every successive.
They didn't need to do any of the others.
person. Yeah,
'cause,
maybe.
You know, I
It's
think,
a big. I mean, it's a big undertaking. The shit that they laid out.
the
Yeah.
the building with the pharmaceutical company, all that stuff.
all of it.
So and actually, you know, our Razzle and I always say that he's the devil.
He is, in fact, the devil.
But the past few that he's done outside of Push was dark.
Yeah, Push was extremely dark, but it was the same. It's the same skill set,
Right.
just in a new.
It's a total opposite of this one.
Right.
This was, you know,
Get you to save someone versus
get you to
get
kill someone.
someone.
I think
Right.
that was kind of what he was going for, but I think what he's doing is a lot of these things that he's doing are. I think he's deciding to use his gifts and talents for more good.
I think now that he has a platform and a following, then yes. In the beginning, you have to shock and awe.
Oh yeah,
right?
in the
You have to-
beginning.
you have to razzle and dazzle.
Yeah.
No pun intended. You know, you have to gain people's attention one way or another. But now that he has a big following, he can decide. And I think really the first step in that direction was Hero at 30,000 feet.
Yeah.
That was powerful.
It was emotional.
Hero at 30,000 feet was amazing.
Yeah. I want everybody that listens to this go YouTube.
All three of you.
Just all three. Our one. We got our first comment, didn't we?
We have a fan.
Oh my goodness!
Officially.
Shout out to
Wait, let me pull it up.
Alex Torres.
Something like that. let me pull him up because I'll shout him out.
Yeah,
I don't even care.
Yeah, I mean it's nice to know that. I think when you cross that one person threshold, it's like, you know what, this is worth it. Even if it's just one person who found us on a Reddit subreddit.
The one person who found us on the Castlevania subreddit, because we are also doing a couple of Castlevania playthroughs right now. Found us on there and was.
And liked what we were doing, and
big fan of what we were picking up, what we were putting down.
And I think that is, I think that I don't want to say justifies it. It just makes it worthwhile. It's like, okay, now
Alex Torres.
See,
I found you guys on Castlevania subreddit, and I'm loving your content.
What is? Somebody else there's a couple comments. I didn't even see these.
Well, Jason Sumner said he really dislikes the dialogue changes in Symphony of the Night, which I completely agree with.
The dialogue changes
between the original Symphony of the Night for PS1.
Oh yeah,
and
he's
the new
totally
one. Yeah,
Jason. You were totally
100%
correct.
Rigbone64 just said
Cool.
And I agree. It is cool.
And
and Matt Rentner said cheesy pepper jack tornadoes are the best. I respectfully disagree.
Yep.
I respect your opinion. By the way, as of today, when we are recording this, the official Tornadoes account, the official Tornadoes Twitter account, has acknowledged us and has liked several of our posts on Twitter. I am a big fan. We are a big fan of Tornadoes. And, I really like the attitude of the company, because they didn't just like a post that said, like, hey, Tornadoes are great. They liked a post that said, It's tornado time, motherfuckers. Hashtag whirlwind of flavor. And they like that shit.
Yeah, well, something tells me they're a little bit more laid back than your typical
these.
corporate companies.
I love these guys. Tornadoes, holla.
And I will say,
holla.
Hashtag not a sponsor yet.
Yeah, not
I
yet.
will totally
Dude,
sponsor Tornadoes.
Oh my god.
I had 2 today.
I love Tornadoes so much.
Yeah.
They're so. Oh my god.
They're as far as I'm concerned, it's astronaut food.
I wish I were an astronaut.
What did you? You have some topics. I don't want to go off on too many things. Oh well, we'll talk. I'll tell you my second. It'll close it out. My second New Orleans story.
Oh boy. So, unlike usually.
Whoa.
Unlike usually, where I don't remember why I wrote each topic, I've been doing a better job of writing more context in my notes. This first one though, it doesn't need any notes. I know exactly what this is about. My first topic is hashtag me soon. I don't know that it needs any explanation, but basically, on a drunken night in Denver, Colorado, myself and a couple of cohorts were discussing people who were likely to soon be sexually harassed, and we found ourselves within that minority. And hashtag me soon. Hashtag me eventually. Hashtag me maybe. Hashtag me at some point, right?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, it hurts my self-esteem if I'm not hashtag me something.
I would agree. Yeah.
So hashtag me soon. Coming to a corporation near you. The next one. Which I was a big fan of. The next one I will read verbatim, and I will go into the.
I need context for
I'll go into the context. So the next one is. It's not clitter you, or clitter me. It's clitter us.
Okay. I read it as clitorme, like Mel Torme.
Oh boy! Don't get me started. Get me started on Mel Torme.
Okay, it's not clitter you or clitter me. It's clitter us.
Clitter us.
So,
right. So it's not. It's not. I mean, focusing, cunnilingus and focusing on the clitoris. If it's just a one-sided thing, it's not. You're not experiencing the breadth and depth of the engagement, of the activity, right? I don't perform cunnilingus as a one-sided transactional, this is for you activity. I wholeheartedly enjoy it myself.
Okay.
So it's not clitter you, it's not clitter me, it's clitter us.
Okay. I mean, I get what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying, but I only agree with you to a certain extent.
Yeah, you're about accurate. No taxation without representation. that's where you're going. The testicle tea party.
I mean, yes, I'm a founding member of the testicle tea party.
Well,
I
you
think,
and Mitt Romney.
I think that that it is definitely not a one-sided transaction.
It shouldn't be.
But if
I enjoy it, like dude, I'll do that shit.
I know
without any even whisper of reciprocation.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way, but I think that. But okay, so here, the question is, why do you like it?
I just do. I enjoy it. I don't know. I don't have a.
What do you enjoy about it?
I enjoy the act. I enjoy the. I don't know. I enjoy the whole thing, start to finish. It's like it's on my mind. It's one of the things I enjoy doing.
But is it the actual physical act that you're enjoying?
I enjoy that.
Or is it the emotional enjoyment and out of your partner that you're really enjoying.
Well, okay. If I was terrible at it,
Well, that's
maybe I wouldn't enjoy it as
okay.
much.
So that's okay. That's my point, though.
But okay,
is that
okay. Hold on. This isn't like a self-assessment. I'm not saying I'm not terrible. What I'm saying is, I think if I were terrible, I wouldn't enjoy it as much. So
right.
I think there's a base level of not terribleness.
I think
that allows me to enjoy it.
I think there's a large disparity between medium.
What I think is terrible. And what
I like how you're the determining factor.
Of course.
I think I would.
I mean, it's my opinion, so it's the one that matters.
I would. Yeah, I'm great.
Fantastic.
I think
next.
Next vagina. Line them up.
Oh man, it's like the Edward Scissorhands factory. Just put them up. Don't worry, I won't skewer them.
That is the most obscure reference, but I understood it. I think that there's a large
vagina.
Plenty of them. Disparity between just medium baseline, average. Cunnilingus.
Yeah, the face
givers.
Is touching the vagina.
Right, and then what makes someone really, really good at it?
I agreed, and I don't know that I'm the best person to make that distinction.
I think the best way to self-assess is how many times has someone
have I been paid?
Have you? Well, yeah. I mean, if you've been paid, then you're better than I am.
Amen.
Have been complimented on your abilities?
I mean, I've been complimented more times than I haven't.
Then you are above the average, I would say.
But I feel like people might be nice. Like, you.
No, women aren't nice about that.
Well,
I think women are nice about dicks, but not about your tongue, because they don't care.
That's fair.
They don't care about your feelings.
I feel like women would be more of along the lines of like. Very, very candid about very uncandid about, something if they thought it was if you were in a relationship and they thought they were gonna hurt your feelings, and it was gonna sort of determine the path of the relationship based on your, whatever they interpreted your feelings were. I feel like they would sugarcoat it.
But I don't think they would sugarcoat the cunnilingus,
No?
Because I think
first of all,
I think
if you're getting it at all.
No, but see,
it's in the win column.
I think I disagree, because I think that you could have, okay, let's put it from a male perspective.
Alrighty.
Let's say you were dating a girl who had a very
what size are her tits?
The 36C.
Okay.
Let's say she had really.
I'll play ball.
I'll
play ball for now.
She had really big teeth. And every time it was painful, like you couldn't get a fillet without being in some kind of pain. At that point, is it better to be getting it at all, or would it be better if you just didn't receive it? Right.
Well, no, hold on. We're talking about physical disability versus skill and effort. I'm
also saying that women can have a very similar reaction. Like, I'm not saying we're gonna gnaw on their clit like a chew toy, but what I am saying is that,
have you ever had bubble yum? Never mind. Go ahead.
What I am saying is that I think if you're really bad at cunnilingus and things like that, it's more of a painful. She's not getting anything out of it.
Does not compute.
So she doesn't. Well, yeah.
Can't
relate, but I think it exists. So I think from a woman's perspective, the difference between that and like your dick, like if some chick says, "Oh my God, you have a micro penis," that's gonna hurt you.
Yeah, I'm well aware of what that feels like.
For sure. And if she says, but she doesn't feel that same, way telling you that, like, you know what, I'm not into it. Like, you don't have to do that. So I think, if you're complimented more than you're not, I think
so we're shooting for 50-50.
We're shooting for higher than 50-50.
Okay, 51.
Yeah, sure. I think that puts you in a minority, actually. Because I think a lot of guys think that they know what they're doing.
I mean, and it's distinctly possible that that's where we are.
Nah, I know.
Nah.
Nope, not possible.
As Mickey Mouse would say,
No. I think a lot of women are different. I think what works for one doesn't work for all of them.
Money?
Well, money works for all of them. But I will say that eventually, if you're with somebody long enough, you can fine tune.
Oh,
well,
right.
that too.
I got it.
Yeah. Well, then it's our money, not my money.
Suddenly, isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Whatever.
All right. So I think we're well
so
established.
I can click the checkbox on it's not clitter you or clitter me. It's clitter us.
That's a good one.
Okay. The next one I had was restaurants need to stop trying to make their own ketchup. It's too established.
Now, I have a question. Where have you been that makes their own ketchup?
I've been to a few places. One would be, if we're going to get really specific about where.
Somebody bowling upstairs?
Yeah, someone bowled the dog. If we're going to get really specific about where we're located, Tribes Ale House in Tinley Park, Illinois, and Mokina, Illinois.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They make their own ketchup, but at least their ketchup basically tastes like Heinz mixed with sriracha, so I'm okay with it because I like Heinz and I like sriracha. The place that I was at very recently is Silver Harbor Brewing Company in St. Joseph, Michigan, and they make their own ketchup, and it literally tastes like tomato soup concentrate, like Campbell's tomato soup concentrate, and it doesn't matter what it tastes like. The problem is if it doesn't taste like Heinz fucking ketchup, you've fucked up. If it's not Heinz ketchup plus, if it's not that and then better in some way, you have fucked up. Because ketchup, in my opinion, is way too established. It's like, in my brain, what does ketchup taste like? I have a very finite, well-defined idea of what ketchup is, what consistency it should be, and what it should taste like, and don't fucking fuck with it.
Well, yeah, I think Heinz has a monopoly on the ketchup.
And if it's not going to be
racket.
Heinz, then it's Hunt's or whatever. But even still, don't make your own. Don't make it wildly different and call it ketchup because it's not the same fucking thing. Ketchup, in and of itself, is way too well established to start calling it other shit.
Do you think in a taste test you could tell the difference
100%.
between Hunt's
100%.
and Heinz?
100%.
Oh, dude, I don't think I could.
I 100% could.
Oh,
First of all, one's ketchup and one's catsup. Next.
They're the same thing.
False.
They're the same thing.
Whatever you say, Mr. Burns.
They're the same thing.
Okay.
It's just two different ways of spelling it from two different regions of the United States. It doesn't mean the ingredients or the process is different. It's just two different ways of saying
okay.
it.
Fair. Hunt's and Heinz definitely taste different. One of them is delicious. The other one's wrong. But my point is, stop trying to make your own fucking ketchup. It doesn't work. Like, eventually, in 5 years, we're going to be saying the same thing about sriracha because Hoi Fong Foods has cornered sriracha. It's what it should taste like. Stop fucking with it. Stop trying to compete with it.
I've had other srirachas,
and how was
it? They're terrible.
Okay. My point is, with things that are extremely, extremely well established, do not fuck with them. Why? Why are you devoting the effort of your staff to reinventing something that's been fucking perfected? Why? Don't.
I mean, do you
make a better burger? Make better fries. Make something that has more than one possible taste.
Do you feel this way with other condiments?
Actually, I've been thinking that through. I've been going through that in my head, and no, ketchup is probably the only one that I feel this strongly about. Because mustard, there's many types of mustard. There's mustard. There's brown mustard. There's Dijon, which is
honey mustard.
Exactly. There's no honey ketchup. There's no. Those are the bastards of the family. No.
So it's only ketchup then.
Evidently.
That's kind of weird. You have
Stop,
such a strong,
stop fucking with it.
Strong reaction to people
I have an
making
extraordinarily
different ketchups.
strong reaction to people trying to fuck with ketchup.
Stop
it.
Are you a big mayonnaise person?
I like mayonnaise where it's applicable. I don't like mayonnaise on burgers. I like mayonnaise on sandwiches.
So do you have?
But not Italian sandwiches.
No,
I like
you
one
need oil or vinegar.
Exactly. I like one type of oil product. So if I have an Italian sub, I want oil and vinegar. I don't want mayonnaise. But if I'm having an American sub with ham, cheese, whatever, then yeah, hit me up with the mayonnaise because it's the oil product in that environment.
Do you have the same with like Hellman's?
No.
And
I mean, I like Hellman's.
And I can't even think of another.
Kraft.
Okay, Kraft. Or Miracle Whip.
But they're different. They're different.
Hate Miracle Whip.
They're different. I like Miracle Whip for like a shitty bologna sandwich on Wonder Bread, and I like Hellman's for like a nice ham and cheese on a baguette. They're different classes. So Miracle Whip is fine for the shitty, like I said, ham and American on Wonder Bread, but anything else, I like, I'm having a multigrain bread with some nice brown sugar ham, that I want. Well, fuck you. I want mayonnaise. Hellman's mayonnaise.
I can't do Miracle Whip. Miracle Whip it's disgusting to me. I mean, I don't.
In its place, in its proper avenue, I enjoy it.
I think, I don't. I'm not gonna get upset that people like me. I get that it has its place in a cabinet, or a refrigerator, but
once it's opened,
it's too sweet.
It is sweet. It is very sweet. I get it. Again, with it's you take the shitty processed condiment and you mix it with the shitty processed meat, bologna, and the shitty processed cheese, American, and the shitty processed bread, Wonder, and all of those things go well together. You take the nice multigrain bread and the artisan, whatever ham, and the nice Swiss cheese or provolone or whatever, and the nice Hellman's mayonnaise made from real food products, and not recycled homeless people that recently ate Hellman's food products. But you put those things in their own categories of real food and fake food. Sure, if I'm going to a Mexican restaurant and they have a nice fresh corn tortilla and carne asada and a nice, they freshly grated chihuahua and fresh tomatoes and fresh habanero salsa. Cool. If I'm going to Taco Bell and they got fucking whatever filled with cheese
fucking
product,
dog meat
and meat product and whatever, that's going to be good in its own right. So for me, I get you don't like Miracle Whip at all. Cool, I get it. But for me, they're two different categories. It's like real food products / Hellman's, fake food products / Miracle Whip.
Okay. Yeah, I get it. But man, ketchup. You know what? I think why it's so hard for me to wrap my head around the ketchup is I can't think of a place I've been to that has tried to serve me off-brand ketchup.
Good.
I think I might have to take a trip over to Tribes and just get a fry with.
No. But here's the problem: their ketchup that they serve isn't
Oh,
bad.
it's Heinz
because it's
plus.
basically Heinz mixed with sriracha, which is fine because I like Heinz and I like sriracha.
So I need to find a place that tries to give me.
Don't seek that out. It's not a good experience. It just isn't.
Maybe I'll make my own ketchup.
Okay.
And give it a try.
Tomato and sugar and
vinegar and
whatever. Sure, go nuts.
What's this next one?
I'm not sure what's happening in the background.
Someone's trying to play a xylophone.
Someone set my house on fire. Football snack buddies. I don't remember who it was. I convinced somebody that the only reason that football players had their quote unquote fanny packs, the belts that they wear with the thing that's behind them, I convinced them that they those little fanny packs stored snacks of a teammate that their teammate really enjoyed. So they had a snack buddy. So 2 different teammates, they were snack buddies, and each person had the snacks that the other one enjoyed in their little fanny pack behind them. And so that way, during the game, people can run up and grab a couple of snacks that they enjoyed.
What?
Out of the little fanny pouch.
It's not even a fanny pack.
It's a muff. It's a hand warmer. Yeah, I know that. We know that. And I don't remember who I was talking to, but I convinced them that it was a football snack buddy situation.
They also have Capri Suns in their helmets too.
Obviously. They're professionals. I mean, come on. We're holding them to a higher standard than everyone else. Everyone else has Capri Suns. They should have Capri Suns.
The snack buddies. That's not a bad idea.
Dude, I'm just saying, you got all that. You got that free space.
Plus, I'm a big fan of the fanny pack. I wish it was socially acceptable to wear those.
I wish yoga pants were socially acceptable for males. I would wear yoga pants today, tomorrow, forever forwards.
You could.
You ever worn yoga pants?
Yes,
Then
actually.
Then I don't have to say a fucking word.
I've worn and
the promised land.
I don't know.
Oh.
I mean, it was okay.
Stop trying to save face.
You
admitted to jerking off to a dude jerking off a dude. Like stop trying to save face. Yoga pants is at least your worries.
Hey, I didn't know it was a dude.
Till it was too late.
Yeah, there was a difference there.
Were they both wearing yoga pants?
I mean, that would have made it even less distinguishable. But I don't think. Well, here, how about this? The person I was with who owned those yoga pants was like 100 times smaller than me.
I'm pretty sure I wore that person's jeans and fit into them, by the way.
Well, yeah, but and so did I. Actually, those that was the same day.
The red ones?
Yes, but yoga pants aren't built like jeans.
No, they're infinitely stretchable.
I mean,
I'm just saying, I have worn Mrs. Razzle's yoga pants around the house, dude. If I could, oh my god, if I could go out of the house in those things,
do it. Who's gonna say something? Who's gonna stop you?
Literally everyone.
No one's gonna stop.
Most people.
Just wear a longer shirt.
Republicans.
Just wear a longer shirt.
The bathroom police. Sir, you have a moose knuckle.
Yeah. Well, that's the one thing you'd have to worry about is the knuckle.
Boy, would I.
Yeah. Be like you're fucking smuggling baseballs. Yeah. I know what this is.
Do you?
I would love to talk about this.
So do you know who recently spoke up? First of all, recently got her well-deserved Hollywood star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Do you think it's well-deserved?
Whatever. Got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame and recently spoke up about Louis C.K., Sarah Silverman.
Yeah.
She recently spoke out about Louis C.K. and said, you know what? I don't really know what these women are complaining about. Yeah. Every once in a while, Louis C.K. would be like, hey, Sarah, can I jerk off in front of you? And sometimes she would say, yeah, dude, go nuts. And sometimes she would say, no. And then he didn't.
Right.
And then she caught 75 different shades of shit for it.
I don't. Well, first of all, I don't think she deserves a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
All right. From what I've heard, like, you have to apply and then you can pay $35,000 and then you get a star. So I don't think it's like given. I think it's like You apply and they get to you, and then you pay them, and then they give it to you.
That's. I mean,
I don't. My point is, I don't think it's like a necessarily a solely merit based thing.
No, it definitely is. Trump has one, but
Oh.
well, he had one before somebody took a fucking jackhammer to it,
And then peed on it.
but
It wasn't me.
if you
I do have to pee, though.
if you ask me, like when you look at other stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, you'll see things with people that deserve, if you ask me, their star on their merits of their stature.
Okay.
Even Trump, even though I don't think he deserves it either, but he's done more in the entertainment industry than Sarah Silverman. What did she do? She was a voice in animated film, and one coming up, and she had a couple of comedy specials. I don't know. I don't know.
She's had a couple of shows.
And I like Sarah Silverman. I think Sarah Silverman is one of the few female comics that I enjoy. I'm not saying that against female comics. It's just, I mean,
she had a bit that was like, she was in a hotel room and she called down to the front desk and she's like, "Hey, normally I don't complain about these sorts of things, but there's like semen, like some of it's on my bed, and like there's some on my nightstand, and there's some like on the dresser, and like all over my face and tits." Which I thought was really funny. That was one of her more recent specials.
Yeah, she's funny.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of. I find a lot of female comics use sex and comedy that doesn't have, that I can't relate to. How about that? More so than male comics, but male comics do it too. But yeah, Sarah Silverman. I don't know why she caught shit for it. It's
because she's a female and she wasn't towing the line of like he's an absolute devil hate monger.
She could have too. I think
she could have. Sure.
She was. And here's the other thing: if she was completely honest on her account of what happened, how do we know this isn't how he was with everybody? And
sure.
You know what I'm saying? And then how do you what if it was just,
at the end of the day, you and I both have a lot of not skin in the game, but we both have a reason to cut Louis C.K. some slack because we both love him, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I'm also trying to say that like one of the female comics who came up with him and worked with him said yes, he did these things. But I said no, and he didn't.
Yeah, I think it would be a lot different if she had come out and said, yeah, sometimes I would, and then sometimes I would say no.
He just did it anyway.
And he did it anyway.
Onto my face and tits.
Right, and the nightstand. And then I would understand, okay, obviously he has a compulsive problem that the words no didn't register, so this is a problem. But yeah, but if he's, no, not today, Louis. Oh, okay. And then he leaves.
Right, exactly.
I'm totally cool with that. So I saw something else that was on there.
That was a time.
Oh, the timestamp. Okay, so I'm gonna tell my before we leave, I'm gonna tell this little. I'm gonna go off on a little rant on New Orleans.
Do it.
I
love New Orleans.
There are a lot of things that I learned, and there are a lot of things to like about New Orleans. But, we work in a big, gigantic city, and we see bums and homeless people everywhere we look. the amount in New Orleans is exponentially greater.
Anywhere you go that's going to be better weather or any of those things, or has a higher tourism potential, is going to have more bums.
Yeah,
like
but
San Diego had fucking bum cities.
But I think a lot of it also has to do with, after the hurricane, the people who could leave left, and the people who couldn't leave, who lost everything, are still there. So it got to the point during the weekend where I wanted to go to like a gift shop and get some for Miss Dazzle. I wanted to get her little souvenir, and I couldn't. Like, I couldn't do it because I didn't feel safe walking from the hotel.
No, if you're not, no, well, actually, where you stayed, when you told me your hotel was where it was, I was gonna tell you, like, that's not a great neighborhood.
No. Well, we stayed at two different hotels. We stayed at one hotel Friday, Saturday, and then one Sunday night. Mm-hmm. And the one we stayed at Sunday night was a much nicer hotel, but in a worse place. The one that we stayed at for the first 2 nights was an okay hotel, and that was the one that was like...
Well, the area's not great, though. Around the hotel is not great.
But the area around the second hotel was even worse.
Cool.
It was bad. Like, I walked from the hotel because I was hungry, and there was a gas station that had chicken.
Tornadoes.
No, I wish it. I would have been in heaven. No, they had chicken and Cajun chicken and jambalaya and stuff. And I was like, I'm gonna go get some chicken, whatever. And I'm leaving the gas station, and this woman's like, "Oh, you got some food? Can I get some food?" And I was like, you know what? Because I bought a 6-piece.
I'm not gonna eat all these fries.
I'm not gonna eat all this. So I said, you know what? You want a piece of chicken? Oh, no. And then I had a side of jambalaya. And I was like, here, have some jambalaya. Do you want this jambalaya? Nah, I can't eat the jambalaya. And I was like, you want the chicken? She's like, nah, you got a couple bucks? I was like, whoa, wait, you just told me you were hungry because you live under a bridge and you don't have food.
That's homeless people everywhere.
I know, but the difference is they're a lot more aggressive in New Orleans. Like, she got really aggressive. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going back to the hotel, so... drinking wise, it's a fantastic town if you want to go down to like Bourbon Street. Went to the karaoke not live band. We wanted to do live band karaoke, but they only did it on Thursdays. But we went to this place called the Cat's Meow. And we did karaoke. That was really fun. We went to this place called Oz, which is a gay bar.
Sure. It's after the what's they call it, like the rainbow stripe or the rainbow road.
That's where we were.
Yeah, you go past a certain point on Bourbon Street and it all becomes gay bars.
Yeah, every corner there's the rainbow flag.
Yep.
And I'm totally fine with it.
I don't care.
It was good music, good
Whoever's
atmosphere.
gonna buy me drinks.
Yeah, I had nobody bought me drinks, but I don't know. I didn't really seek it out. That much. I mean, it was a good time.
Either.
Saw a lot of weird shit.
Yeah, man, it's New Orleans.
And yeah, all in all, it was a good time. I will say that I will probably never go back there again.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, I would go to New Orleans tomorrow.
No.
I love New Orleans.
I couldn't. I can't. I've
seen
it.
You need to stay at a. You need to be less worried about.
Well,
your
my
well-being.
surroundings.
Yeah. You need to stay. Yeah.
Every.
I'll take you to New Orleans, baby.
First of all, I ate at the worst McDonald's.
Yeah, it was in New Orleans. Did you hit Crystals?
No.
Really? You didn't hit the New Orleans knockoff of White Castle?
No.
God, it's like you never even went. There are gay bars here.
Maybe I'll go one more time.
Why did you waste your time?
But it was you notice like every store or restaurant has a sign that says you have 30 minutes to eat your food and leave.
Well, maybe. Okay.
everywhere.
I feel like we've had different experiences.
It was very, some situations were very uncomfortable.
Yeah, we should go to New Orleans.
Okay.
At some point.
Well, I'm already planning the
Redux.
Vegas next year. But I'll take a weekend back down to New Orleans.
Dude, just
to see the.
I will go anytime.
Yeah, I'll go to your recommendations. I mean, I already did the Mothers and the.
Well, Mothers is amazing.
Yeah,
like,
no, it was great.
You can't go to New Orleans without going to Mothers.
Yeah, and what was the other place I went to? I can't remember. Drago's, but that was in the hotel. Great gator tots,
Dude,
as we call them.
Fuck that. Gator's gross.
No, it tasted like fuck. It tasted like chicken, man.
It was probably chicken.
It probably was.
Because I've had real gator and it's gross.
Real gator's
it's gamey and nasty.
It's fishy
yeah.
chicken.
Fuck that. Yeah, no, thank you. But there's all kinds of fun to be had in New Orleans. All kinds of Irene's place for Italian.
I heard. Yeah, but you got to look at it this way. I also wasn't there. I was only there for 2.5 days, like Friday to Monday.
But it's
so it wasn't like we had a whole lot of time to cram stuff in.
Sure. I mean, you were at gay bars, so I'm assuming lots of things got crammed. Lots of places.
I'm sure. Oh yeah, the first night. Oh my God,
so much cramming.
The first night,
crammage.
It was hopping in
Cramfest
in that bar
in your butthole.
It could have been. If I was gay, it would have been a cram fest.
If I were gay, I would give you my heart. If I were gay, I would give you my whole being.
Stephen Lynch needs to come to Chicago.
Stephen Lynch needs to come on this podcast.
That would be great. Let's get internet famous so we can have Stephen Lynch.
Dude, I just want to pull off the PR scam of the fucking century and convince his PR person. But yeah, man, these guys are great. Let's go on their podcast.
Walk down to R&D Studios, be like, all right, well, I've been to worse.
the ye old blanket fort.
Oh man. Great. All right, are we? I
think we're there.
I think we're there. All right. Well, this has been the old Razzle and Dazzle podcast
show.
Yeah. So make sure
you like, comment if you don't like, or if you do like, that's fine. Alex Torres will fuck you up if you don't like us. Subscribe.
Click the bell icon.
Click. If you want notification, I don't really give a shit if you get notified, but I would prefer you subscribe.
I prefer you get the notification. Because then they'll.
And that's why we're a great team. We are on YouTube. We are on iTunes. We are on Spotify. We are on podparadise.com. We are all over the place. If you aren't listening to us, it's because you actively choose not to. With that said, play us out. Just in case you think that we're not actually still here while this is playing.
Oh, I'm doing it live, baby.
I rub my nipples to this song every night. Oh.